So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. 10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. I see an extra defensive back on the field. What a surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down and 4. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards to pick up there. And defensively, they were in zone covers there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On first down, Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Again, it's Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And what did we talk to them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On first down, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Watson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Herbert. Completes it to Austin. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Taysom Hill. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And the slot man goes in motion left. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, and they stick with Eckler. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Eckler now between the tackles. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got to throw right sideline is complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this one is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Watson to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 39 yards. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Now Herbert. He'll let it fly for Austin. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And